I just heard the news that Yooka-Replaylee will not be on a game key card, and not only is that awesome, it needs to be celebrated. But before we start talking about Yooka-Replaylee, please take the time to subscribe if you have not already and to like the video. So unlike the rest of the internet, I actually love the first Yooka-Laylee video game. I played it in 2019 and I had a freaking awesome time. It was after all the updates. I have no idea how the game was at the beginning of its release, but when I played it, it was great. I had a fantastic time. I will never understand all the hate it gets, but I'm happy to see that the remaster that's coming out is a lot bigger and juicier than I first thought it was going to be. When I first saw the announcement for Yooka-Replaylee, I was kind of like, okay, why do we need this? The game kind of looks worse, to be honest. I'm not a fan of the new visual style. I don't like furry Laylee. But now details are coming out. We're seeing all the new adjustments that they're going to be putting into this game. And just knowing that it's not going to be on a game key card has me sold. I am definitely picking up this title. It sounds like it's going to be a completely different experience than the original, which I actually like because I'll always have the original, but now I'll have this different version. And it feels like this version is going to cater more to the modern audience, while the original was more for the retro audience. I really feel like the original, they really wanted to have that essence of Banjo-Kazooie. And as a big Banjo fan and a Rare fan, it spoke to me. I felt the essence the entire time I played that game, so I really enjoyed it. But they also brought in a lot of the older mechanics you get from Banjo as well. No map, you gotta look around for your abilities. It's very unfriendly to the modern audience. But it looks like this new version is gonna have a lot of new features, and let's just go over a few of them now. There's going to be this new map system, so you're going to be able to see where you are on these giant maps. I find it fun in the original Banjo and Banjo-Tooie when you kind of have to learn the maps yourself, remember everything, and that was kind of really fun in the original. But as I have gotten older, it is nice to have map systems to know where I am. And there's also a collectibles tracker as well this time to keep track of everything you find. So that will be very nice. This feature I'm really looking forward to, which is new enemy variety. The original game, it did feel like you were fighting the same batch of enemies the entire game. So to have some new enemy variants will be nice to see. And I really hope that Playtonic really shows off their creativity with these new enemy designs. Another awesome new feature is that they are completely revamping the Rextro levels. I don't remember the original Rextro levels at all, but Playtonic came out with a new trailer showing off the new Rextro levels, and they look awesome. They look so much better. You actually play as Rextro in these isometric little worlds, and it looks really fun. And there are two major changes that they're making to this game that is going to completely streamline the experience. And that is worlds are going to be expanded from the start. In the original Yooka-Laylee, you had to collect a certain amount of pages, and then you could either unlock the new world or expand a pre-existing world. And it really didn't change much for the game. It felt really useless. So I'm actually very excited for this change, because now we'll be able to just stay in this giant map, find everything. You won't need to remember, oh, I can't go here yet, and then leave the map, then expand it, then return to that place. You can just do it immediately. Streamlines the experience. I think this is a great change. Awesome. The other change that will also streamline everything is that they're also going to just give you all the moves from the start. As I said before, I've played the game back in 2019. I've not looked at it since then, so I don't really remember the whole experience all that well, but from what I remember, this wasn't a big issue. But for this remaster, they're actually doubling all the challenges. There's going to be 300 pages instead of 145. So having all your abilities from the start is a great idea, because now you'll just be able to do all these challenges from the get-go, or a good amount of them. And you won't have to worry as much being like, oh, I don't have the right ability now. I have to go buy it and then return it to this place. I think it's a great way to keep the pace moving. You'll never feel bored now. I think it's a great change. But it's not all great changes. I don't like the new UI for the text boxes. They're now going to be their own. They're not similar to Banjo anymore, where it was black with the white text. Now it's more like its own thing, which is good, because I feel like this new version of Yooka-Laylee is trying to move away from Banjo-Kazooie. I feel like the original, they really wanted it to look like a N64 collectathon with the graphics and the UI. And now I think they're like, okay, we need to move past this. We need to be our own thing, which is commendable. I respect that. But as a Banjo fan, it was nice getting all these little Easter eggs and throwbacks to Banjo in the N64 rare days. But as I stated before, we have the original, we can play the original. This is just going to be a side adventure, a new take on Yooka-Laylee, which I find very cool, and maybe I'll prefer this version. So I'm excited to see what this game has in store for us. I feel like this could be a very big redemption story for Yooka-Laylee, and people might actually like this version. But I mentioned this a bit at the beginning, but I want to reiterate how amazing it is that Yooka-Replaylee will not be on Game Key Card. We are going to have the whole game on the cart, and we need to support this. So I'm buying this game, definitely. I want more Switch 2 games for my collection, and I want to congratulate developers for actually putting the game on the cart, giving the customer what they want. And it's just crazy, like Playtonic is like this small indie developer, and they're like one of the only third parties to now have their game completely on cartridge. It's like, what are you doing, Square Enix? What are you doing, Capcom? So I really love that Playtonic knows what their fans want. I think they know their game appeals to a older demographic, a demographic that grew up with physical media. So I think they made an active decision to put this on a game cart because they know what we old school gamers love, and I gotta respect them for that. But let me know what you think about Yooka-Replaylee in the comments below. Are you gonna buy this title? Do you think it looks great? And also, did you enjoy the original Yooka-Laylee? I'd love to know. Alright guys, take care.